What is going on, everybody? Today I'm bringing you another Let's Learn video. Today we're doing MLB 15 the show, and I'll be showing you how to hit and pitch. So yeah, let's get started. The hardest thing about MLB 15 the show is definitely hitting. That's because of all the different variety of pitches and when they can throw them, and really you're pretty much just playing a guessing game and hoping you get it right. You can see on the little bar that shows up right there on the side when you hold down R2, it shows you all the pitches that the pitcher has and what he can throw, and you kind of really have to guess on like what the count is. See, like 0-0, no balls, no strikes. It can really be anything. But if it's like 0-2, where you have 2 strikes, no balls, they're probably going to throw something like a curveball or an off-speed pitch. They throw in a fastball there every once in a while, but yeah, it's really hard. You just kind of have to guess and hope you get it right. And really, the important thing is to wait back on the ball and make sure that it actually gets there. It's better to be late than early, because late you actually hit it to the opposite field. And when you're early, you either miss it or you foul off really badly. As you can see right there, even though I hit it to the right side of the field, I still had to wait back on the ball a pretty long time. I mean, you really think you're like, oh crap, I need to swing, but you don't need to swing until the ball gets to your player. So like right about now, and see, I was even early on that one, and that's because it was a splitter, it was an off-speed pitch. But yeah, you really need to wait back on the ball. That's the most definite thing you need to do. And the types of swings are really, that's a really important part too. There's a square, which is a power swing. There's X, which is a normal swing, and then there's circle, which is a contact swing. Circle, you don't really use that much. Maybe like 0-2, you might want to use a contact swing if it's like you know a curveball's coming and you just really don't want to hit that. Then you'd use that. But usually I tend to use X. It's a normal swing. You just get the best contact off that swing, and contact where it's actually going to do something and get played into the field and actually have a chance with some power behind it. The contact circle swing is really, you don't really have much power behind it. You're kind of just fouling off the ball. Right there you can see I hit with square again, which I tend to do sometimes just to try to get a really nice hit into the outfield or something. But as you can see, if you don't make very good contact on the ball, you're just going to barely nick it. And right there you saw that little yellow slider thing. You can move that to either side, up, down, left, or right, and pull the ball, push the ball, hit it up, hit it into the ground. As you can see, I'm moving it around right there. But I moved it to the right, and I swung, and it pulled the ball. So that's the new directional hitting thing they have in there, and I think that's a really cool part of the game that they added that in. And it kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of holds in a whole new aspect to the hitting. And there's also different settings you can put for your hitting, where there's like a little yellow, I don't, the splatch you want to call it, like a little yellow thing in the middle of your screen that you move around, and if you put that on the ball, that's how you make the most contact. There's a couple of different ways to hit. There's also with the analog stick, where you can just push it up, and that's a contact swing, or you can pull back and push up, and that's how you do a power swing. So yeah, definitely hitting the hardest part of the game right there. You can see I'm way out in front of the ball, and I end up hitting it foul. So yeah, you really just, quick tips, stay back on the ball, make sure it's a strike. You always want to make sure it's a strike, and use the X normal swing most of the time. As you can see, I drove it straight up the middle right there on a nice pitch right down the middle. But here's into the pitching. The pitching is pretty difficult actually, because you have to get the bar, as you can see, that shows up right there. I decided to throw a first pitch slider, and the control on the ball, how it works is the power, you have to press it twice, X twice, and the power is the first press, and you want to try to get that as close to the end as possible right there in the red. And then the second time you press it is for accuracy, and you see that little bar that shows up right about now that comes back, and you have to try to get it as close to that as possible, and that's how accurate you're going to be with the pitch. And that is probably one of the most difficult parts of this game, is actually getting that down. And it's kind of different with all pitchers, especially when you're in the windup, which you see right here, which is kind of slower with no runners on or bases loaded. And then there's the stretch where it's a faster pitch, so the bar moves a lot faster. So yeah, you kind of have to get used to that. Right there you see I throw a nice fastball that just barely misses, and that's because I didn't get it directly on the line. You want to get it as close as possible. Right there you see it's low past the line, so the pitch goes low. And in some modes, the catcher will actually call for like what pitch he wants you to throw, like fastball, whatever. and in other modes that doesn't show up, so you just kind of have to throw whatever you want. Like in online, I think for Diamond Dynasty it doesn't show up. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you for tips today. So if you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you want to see something like it in the future, leave a comment and subscribe to join Springfield Nation. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Love you guys.